happened to tag videos? I swear this was a massive thing on YouTube a couple of years ago. You do little challenges, you tag each other to do them. I'm gonna bring it back, bring back the trend of tags. You might have seen a lot of the videos on my channel nowadays are about my bullet journal and my plan with me's and things like that. And today I thought I would do something a bit different but still along the same lines, the bullet journal tag. I can't for the life of me remember who made this. I feel like it was Caitlin's Corner. So bringing it back, we're gonna make this happen. So there's a load of questions which I'll put in the description if you want to do this tag, and I'm just gonna go through and answer them. So grab yourself a cup of tea and let's answer some questions. Question 1, how long have you been bullet journaling? I feel like it was summer before last. Let's look back. July 2016, like a year and a half. What makes the bullet journal system a good fit for you? Because, well, number 1, I love planners, I love organisation and diaries and highlighters and to-do lists, like that kind of stuff really gets me going. But I also get super bored really easily, so I would buy a gorgeous planner and I'd absolutely love it, but then halfway through the year I'd get bored and buy another planner and start a different one, like a different system. So bullet journaling is perfect because I can literally change it up daily. So I love how flexible it is and that you can get really creative with how your spreads look and make them work for you, so they're not like a one size fits all. You tailor it to your lifestyle and what you need it for. What notebook do you use to bullet journal and why? I use the classic Leuchtturm, I'm gonna butcher that pronunciation, I'm sorry. And the reason is because when I first started bullet journaling, I watched a lot of YouTube videos and everyone was using this one, and I was like, well, that must be the one that you have to use. But absolutely, it's not the one that you have to use. You can use any notebook. This is just the A5 dotted one. I do like the dots because they make drawing your calendars and drawing boxes way easier than if it was just lined or blank. So I would recommend going for the dots, but you don't have to get this one. It's kind of expensive. I'll link it down below if you do want to get this one. And the sunny yellow, because you always need a bit of brightness in your life. What is your go-to pen? I'm gonna have to go find it to find out what it's called. My go-to pen for just normal writing is the Uniball Signo TSI in black. And this pen is actually erasable, which is really cool. The reason I really like this pen, not because it's erasable, although that is kind of helpful, is that it's not true black, it's kind of a grey, and I really like how it looks on the not quite white paper in the Leuchtturm. And for colours, I've got the Tombow dual brush pens, I got the pastel pack, which again I'll link in the description so you can get it if you want. Again, I've got this because everyone had these pens and I was like, well, might as well get the same as everyone else. But I do really like them. I really like how they write and the colours and everything. What is your bullet journaling style? Like minimalist, collage-y? I'd say it's kind of a mixture. Definitely not minimalist. I like a lot of colour in there and a lot of, I don't know, I fill the space. I think that is my bullet journal style, is that I use every inch of space for something. Not just for like doodles or quotes. I'm not really into just putting random stuff in the space, but I use all of the space for like lists or my trackers and stuff like that. You'll see my monthly spread is like one spread because I fit everything onto the double page spread. Although recently I have started liking a little bit of collage-y stuff, using like ripped newspaper and stuff like that in there. But mostly just compress everything into as little space as possible. That's my style. Where do you get your inspiration from? Mostly from watching other YouTubers. So I used to really enjoy Boho Berry. Now I'm more into Shea Barton, Caitlin's Corner. Who else do I watch? My friend's just started a channel in s.mp4. She's really good. I just search every month. I search Plan With Me for that month and I just watch a load of them. I find them really relaxing to watch as well, like the time-lapse drawings, I find them so relaxing. And then I love getting inspiration. And also from Instagram, I follow a lot of bullet journal accounts on Instagram, and I post a lot of bullet journal stuff on Instagram as well, so if you fancy giving me a cheeky follow. What is your favourite page to set up each month? That would be the one page that I do set up each month. I love my calendar with my tracker down the side and my to-do list in there. I just love how it combines everything into one page. Everything is so easy to look at and everything. and I love setting that up and finding new ways to kind of fill the space accordingly. What is your bullet journaling routine? When and where, etc. So I usually bullet journal at my desk in my bedroom, and when it's kind of as and when the inspiration strikes. I set up my monthly spreads on the weekend before, like the last weekend of the month usually. But for my daily stuff, I don't really do daily spreads, but for filling in my trackers and things like that, I'll usually do it like, I don't know, every 3 days or something when I remember to. What page are you most proud of? I've just had a flick through and I couldn't find any pages that I was like specifically proud of. I'm proud of my lettering in my February monthly spreads because that is the best I've ever done hand lettering, and I'm really trying to do it. So I'm proud of that. I'm proud of my budgeting spreads because I feel like a proper adult that I now like budget and keep track of my spending and all that stuff. What is your number one tip for beginners? I would say my number one tip is that you don't need all the fancy stuff. You don't need the fancy book, you don't need the fancy pens. You can bullet journal on like scraps of paper around. It doesn't even have to be a journal. You can literally get the cheapest journal out there. It's the principle of changing up your planning styles and having the bulleting lists and using the bulleting system, which is how it originally started with Ryder Carroll. You can bullet journal anywhere and anyone can do it. It doesn't need to be neat and fancy. It can literally be as messy as you want. I hope you enjoyed that little insight into my bullet journaling routine. Oh, I've got hair on my face. I tagged inas.mp4 and anyone else that wants to do this tag. I tag everyone. Really hope you enjoyed this. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!